Let's see now the English version of the same exercise. How many possible ways are there to form 5-letter words using only the letters A to H? And how many of such words consist of 5 distinct letters? So we have 8 symbols, 8 letters. We will call this our alphabet. Our alphabet consists of 8 letters, and we have to fill in 5 blanks. So we have to group these 8 symbols in groups of 5. So we can imagine that we have to fill in 5 blanks or 5 slots or 5 cells, boxes, etc. Okay, so we have 8 possibilities for the first slot because we have to choose among 8 symbols. So it's 8 possibilities, and every of these possibilities is followed by 8 possibilities. So we have 8 times 8 possibilities just to fill in the first 2 blanks. We can go on the same logic, and we find that if we are given the possibility to repeat the letters, our answer is 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, which is 8 to the power of 5, or 8 to the 5th power. And this is 32,768. This is also called in combinatorics disposition with repetition of 8 elements in groups of 5. So now, what if we cannot repeat letters? So we can choose this. We can choose the same letters, but we cannot repeat a letter that we have already chosen. Okay, we have 8 possibilities for the first slot, exactly as we had previously, but now one letter has already gone, so we have only 7 possibilities for the second, because 1 is left, and 6 possibilities, 5 possibilities, and 4 possibilities for the last slot. So we have 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4, which is 8 factorial divided by 3 factorials, because 8 factorials is the multiplication of 8 times 7 times 6, etc., etc., until times 2 times 1, divided by 3 times 2 times 1. So we can simplify 3 factors, and this is a compact notation of what we have written here. This is called a disposition, a simple disposition of 8 elements in groups of 5. The lesson is basically over, but if you wish, stay tuned 2 more minutes for some final notes. First, new vocabulary. We have just learned that this expression can be read as 8 to the power of 5, or 8 to the 5th power, or just 8 to the 5th. Second, in the text you found 5-letter words, not 5 letters words. There's no S here, because this is a sort of adjective for the noun words. Similarly, you can say a 2-liter bottle, or some 2-liter bottles. So bottle can be singular or plural, but the expression 2-liter is singular because it's a sort of adjective. Or you can have a 10-page essay or 10-minute walk, etc., etc. So you can deepen this topic with your English teacher and mind that this is not the only pattern. There are others, but you often find this kind of pattern. And finally, for the maths corner, I'm just thinking to those students who cannot live without their calculator, and I just want to tell them that sometimes operations are easier than we think. For instance, 8 to the power of 5 is 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 5, which is 2 to the power of 15. Those people who know the basics of computer science are quite familiar with the powers of 2. So they know that this number is 32,768. But even if you know just 2 to the power of 10, and you know that this is 1024, you can calculate the following powers, just doubling this number. So 2048, and it's not difficult to keep doubling. You double and double and double. Okay? So this is 4096. Okay, this is not crazy. And here 4 times 5 is 20, times 6 is 120, times 7 is 840, and times 8, if you want you can write it down. So 840 times 8 is quite easy. Okay, that's done. The lesson is really over now, so bye bye, see you next time and take care.